And we are ready to begin. We have waited for you your entire lives, and today we will tell you why we always say that. It is because we have given you the secret to life, and it just takes a while for you to understand it. But we thought on this day, on this grand full moon, where there's so much energy moving through your world, that you would be more likely to hear us today, especially as you examine your lives and your world, and you see the conditions that exist, and you will recognize, oh, wait a minute, maybe I haven't done my part. And we have given you your part, and we've also given you the demonstration of what it could produce in your life and also in your world, because we've given you a being who has demonstrated it all. We've had him do 3 presentations this week. Everything is aligned, everything in your universe is aligned. It just takes a while for you to understand your alignment, but we thought we would encourage you a bit more today, especially as the conditions that are occurring today, especially in the United States, as we've always said. As you look at those things, you will make different choices. And we gave you this message because we wanted you to choose wisely. And the choice that you would make would be yourself. You each come into the world with magnificent gifts and abilities to offer, but they develop over time. However, you have been restricted. You're always restricted when you're in physical form from what has existed before, from what you believe is possible, which is why we have given you all of our messages. And we did this week purposefully. We had a recording that you will see here later that we did 2 years ago on your other solstice. We did it then, but we wanted you to understand it today, because the more of you who make the movement into the higher dimensions of who you could become, you will have these glorious lives, and you will be just like our being, because you will heal. And we've had him demonstrate all the things that he has moved through in his life, which most humans have never experienced and didn't want to, but he has healed them. And it's because we've given him techniques and ways of thinking, and they happen in your consciousness. All you have to do is change your consciousness, meaning move to a higher state of that understanding. And as we've always said, the best part of you would never harm another. You're each connected to source, God, all, or whatever you might want to call it, but you're all in the on the earth to offer something, and it is within you. And we keep asking you the question, why would any person be born less than another? But as we began with our conversations many years ago, we said that when you move through a change in your civilization, and this is a big one, you will have disagreements. And those disagreements will be, who's more important? Who matters? Who should be here? Well, why isn't it all of you? This is what we have said, that you're moving to this state of greater understanding, meaning oneness, meaning you all understand that you're equally important. You've just been programmed to believe something else, and that has been generational. Why we've said this is a generational change that's moving through your world now, and the more of you who decide to honor it, you will have this great world that emerges. That is the new earth that we told you. We've given you everything that you would need. Now, that was really difficult for many of you to believe or accept. It was even very challenging for our being to accept it, which is why he's held himself back. But he will no longer be able to do that, because now it's going to be exposed to so many more, possibly millions. And then what would happen? So we told him in this last presentation, please limit to 10 people that would come into our work now, because we would like for you to finish all of it. And if you look at the presentations, you will see that we've shown you that he's sat down every single day and just received information from us, probably 12,000 pages. That's why we had him show you those pictures, so you would understand the amount of time and effort he has put into this work, but also what he has experienced and has proven to all of you that you could do so much more. And as we said yesterday, he has done so much, and he just didn't understand what he had created. And he said, wow, I knew that others in history have created things like this, but I just didn't know it would be me. We're saying that because the members of his program heard that line, and this is what we want all of you to understand. Each of you have this brilliance within you, that all you have to do is take the steps daily. As we've said, you do it incrementally, and then you come to a higher level of understanding of what you can achieve. There are no limits to any of you. Why do you think your world looks the way that it does now? Because beings who had existed at a particular time decided they would invent something new. They would create something that would be of the greater good for all. And that's what we have given you. Because when you do that, you can sustain your world. Because the way that you're operating now would not be conducive for human existence in the future. This is why we've given you your life operating instructions. We said that the way that you have been operating was not serving all of you. And so we will leave all of this for you because now you get to choose. And the choice that you make will be, are you going to love yourself? Are you going to decide to become the highest version of who you could become? Because it's within each of you. We've just given you a plan, a path, a step-by-step guide to lead you there. And we know it works because we're showing you a person who has moved through his judgment, who has moved through his misogyny, who has moved through his hatred of himself and of others. And just imagine if more of you were able to do that, and you would be in this state of joy and happiness. And we know that you can do it because we've shown you the results of that. And as the member said last night, wow, you're younger. That is what happens. Certain things you think are theoretical that you've heard from all the masters, all the people who have come before that said once you start embodying your authentic self, you can stop the aging process. You become happier, you become lighter because you have lifted yourselves to a higher state of understanding. And we have given you a pathway to do that. And this is why we've always said to you, we've waited for you your entire life. We love you so much.